Now look, this is nothing against Steve Kerr. Now again, for the one.
This is the problem I got with y'all. I know we talking about the Clippers, but this is my whole point about all this. I'm glad we having this discussion because it goes to show how hard it is to sustain chemistry within a locker room. And getting guys that are talented to want to play together and come together as talent is a different thing than just having a bunch of talented guys on the roster. And right now the Clippers got a bunch of talented guys on the roster that don't seem like they are playing together.
And I also think we make it a little bit too much of this for one. One thing. Here's why. They're still like 15 games above 500 and 5th in the West. For one. Number two, I think one of the real issues is you can't never get no own. Like you got basically a new team that ain't really played together. They played one game together as a new team. One game. So you even see, for instance, there was a handoff last night between Jermichael Green and Rodney McGruder. I swear to God, I done watched 28 Clippers games. I've never seen that before. So you got people being placed in situations that they wouldn't normally be placed in. Also, I think the real issue with the Clippers right now is just they have to be more careful with the basketball. That's the number one. Like the number one issue is they had to be more careful with the ball. And I know some people say, "Oh, they need to trade for a point guard."
They do. They need a point guard.
Here's my thing. A lot of these turnovers are not because they don't have a point guard. It's like somebody dribbling the ball off the leg. I saw one play yesterday. Lou gets switched on Jokic. Lou, instead of taking Jokic, like drives to the rim, gets trapped underneath the rim and tries to kick the ball back out. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You have Jokic and you are Lou Williams. Shoot the ball.
Yeah.
So in Kawhi, drilling the ball off his leg, use the Rodney McGruder, Jermichael Green handoff. Why the fuck is that even a play?
But why they not playing defense?
Because you turn the ball over. If you turn the ball over 8 times in the quarter, how you gonna play defense?
Look. I've been the biggest Warriors fan that you could probably find on Twitter that ain't a psychopath.
And they still 7th in defensive rating. Their defense is ranked 7th.
And guess what? They are championship or bust. This is not a year where you get a year to experiment and pussyfoot around and try to play and be like, oh, we got a roster now. Now we got to figure it out over that. No, you win now. You don't go and get the guy that was the Finals MVP last year that went to a Raptors team and took a Raptors team that was a good team and put them over the top. This Clippers team last year, they were a good team.
They were a mediocre team. The Raptors, no mediocre. The Raptors were a good team.
The Raptors were a good team. You said great. I said good.
Okay.
Make up your mind. Okay, fine. I said good. Okay. You just said great.
Fine. The Raptors were a good team. The Raptors were a good team. The Clippers were a mediocre team last year.
The Clippers weren't a mediocre. A mediocre team don't take the team that have been to the finals 5 years in a row. 6.
They won 48 games.
I can't agree with that.
They won 48 games.
I can't agree with that. That's a cop out.
The Raptors, hold on, wait. No.
That's a cop out.
The Raptors have been a consistent 50-win team with that roster.
That's a cop out.
The Raptors have been a consistent 50-win team.
It don't matter. And guess what? And every year when the Raptors went against the best team in their conference, they got that ass spanked.
By LeBron.
They got that ass swept.
Okay, they lost to LeBron.
They got that ass swept.
Okay.
And them against Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson went 6. Okay. No, they were a good team last year.
They were a mediocre.
Fuck is ringing my goddamn.
They were a mediocre team last year.
No.
They were a mediocre team. But again, I with the Clippers, bro, I think they're still 7th in defensive rating, they're 5th in offensive rating. I'm not about to go entirely too crazy about what's going on. Honestly, that is hilarious. I'm not about to go too crazy about what's going on. I just think, again, the real issue, I don't think they need to trade for some point guard. I don't think that's what they need to do. I think they need to just have the people on the team need to take better care of the basketball. I mean, even you saw, I was at, after the game, Doc mentioned that he actually gave Patrick Beverly his play sheet. And I think that was what game was that afterwards? That was after who have they played recently? I think that was after the Knicks game, I think. When he said he gave Pat Bev his play sheet, and he's only done that for Rondo and Chris Paul.
For the record, that was not Scott asking for quarters.
Well, regardless,
it's my bad, yo. TPJ Studios, you hear it?
I just think they need to take better care of the basketball.
Low-key, that would be a fire idea to bring our guest on now. Just have them like, hey, ring the bell. I'm gonna open up the door and you
come in and sit down.
Gee, that's fire. We gotta start doing that. Gee, like, hey, I'm gonna signal you. You just go outside, ring the doorbell, and I'm gonna come get you. And you can walk in and sit down. That's fire. But no. Like
again, I think against the Warriors they had 17 turnovers throughout the first 3 quarters.
Unacceptable.
Against the Nuggets, they had 8 turnovers in the second quarter. Now, that is unacceptable because, again, if you do that in the playoffs, what you're going to see is, let's say you get matched up against the Rockets in the first round. Turn the ball over 8 times with Russell Westbrook on the court. With how many threes they shoot. The only reason why the Nuggets game last night was even somewhat manageable was because the Nuggets play slow. So you got Jokic out there, so you ain't playing that fast. So you can turn the ball over 8 quarters against the Nuggets, and the game still be somewhat in reach.
So what is wrong with the Clippers? Because
they need to take better care of the basketball.
No, I think that's not.
They need to take better care of the basketball, and I think that they need to actually get some consistency with the guys actually being on the court. I think it's very, very hard for a new team to figure out what they're doing when half the team don't play. Like, bro, PG come back for a game and he out. Kawhi don't play back-to-backs. Pat been out. Landry been out. Lou been out. The only guy who really ain't been out is Trez and Zoo. Everybody been out. And they don't practice that much. They've had, maybe 3 practices?
I'm going to keep it G with you. I'm sick of the practice excuse, man. I don't want to hear that, man. I'm sorry.
It's a real thing,
I'm sorry.
It's a real thing,
I'm sorry. You have a good team. You gained 2 top 5 players in the NBA.
Yeah, but people's
No,
roles
stop. I don't want to. Just let me. I let you just talk for however long you just talk. You have a team with 2 of the top 5 guys in the NBA. They're not playing the same position. It's not like they have conflicts with each other in the offense. Their problem is not offense. Their problem is strapping up on defense. You talking to me about that rating. That rating means jack shit to me because I watch them every single night and I analyze them. I write about them. I cover them and I talk to them every damn time they play. And if I don't talk to them, you talking to them and I got to rewatch it to put it up on the channel. So I know about them. I'm in the locker room. I hear it in the locker room. I see things around. So I'm not just some podcaster talking about a team that I have no knowledge about. This team problem is chemistry, defense, and giving a fuck. And they don't give a fuck because they think that they have Kawhi and they're a good team. And unlike the Raptors last year, who is a franchise that has never had anything, so you it's kind of like when you give a little kid like a really nice toy and he never had a nice toy before. He ain't even gonna really want to play with the motherfucker because he like, yo, this toy so cold. I'm just glad I got it. I'm going to just look at it. I might play with it a little bit. I'm going to just sit it there. And then as it kind of goes on, you're like, all right, cool. Now I got it. I'm accustomed to it. We're going to play. That's what Kawhi was doing last year. They was happy they had him. It's like, you know what? We don't need to. I don't want to break it because I just got it. And this is the nicest toy I ever had. So I'm chilling. And they didn't want to break him, so they went along. But the rest of the team was like, yo, let's get it because we got this new toy. So all we got to do is get there. And all they did was get there. This team is looking like we got Kawhi. We got Paul George. All we got to do is get to the playoffs. We'll be fine. I've heard Doc say a million times, we don't care about the record. I've heard the players say a million times, I'm not looking at the standard. I don't care about that. I'm just worried about us getting together and when it's a game at a time. We going to the play. Like, I'm just saying, the give a fuck aspect is not there.
I agree with that.
The team chemistry aspect is not there. And it's not even talking locker room chemistry because I've never seen anybody in their locker room have any disagreements. I've seen players laugh and joke with each other all the time. I see guys talking to each other. It might not like be all of them huddled around, but also it'd be like 80 million motherfuckers in the locker room. So even if you are trying to build chemistry after the locker room, it's 80 million motherfuckers in there. What? I'm finna go walk around or through 80 people in a towel to go and holler at the homie at his locker? No, you're not doing that. You know how many people it'd be in. It'd be a lot of people in the locker room. So it's not like the in locker room chemistry is bad, but I do look at this team on the floor and I'm seeing guys that want to get theirs, but I'm also seeing guys that shouldn't be on the floor. And I'm seeing guys that, as good as this roster is to configure against certain teams, there are certain teams that are matchup nightmares for them. And they're matchup nightmares for them because the Clippers haven't built any good habits. What good habits do they have? Literally, I'm asking you. What good habits do they have as a team? Other than literally respecting their coach.
I mean,
I have not seen any good habits from it. Like even the team last year. The one thing we always said about that team last year was, they play hard as hell. I think this team, even Chauncey Billups, every broadcast he like, I wish they could just play like this for the first 3 quarters and not wait until the fourth quarter to act like they care.
That's
Go ahead.
That part at least is at least it seems like when the lights are the brightest and when the pressure is the biggest, they at least step up to the challenge. It seems like.